what up? What up? Welcome
What's
back.
happening?
What's
Welcome
going
back.
on,
I'm back,
Ms.B'Havin?
man. Hey,
Thank
man,
y'all for
everything.
joining us again with the Chatterbox with King Jacob. And we just live on Uncut tonight. We another Star Stutter episode on the Chatterbox with the one and only ATL Georgia. Ms.B'Havin. What's up with you?
That's right, man. Everything is up, man. I'm blessed. I can't complain. Everything is up, literally.
She said everything is up. So that's a
Everything is
good
up.
place to be, for
Man,
real, for real.
ain't it though? When you've been down for a
Yeah,
long time, bro. It's an
yeah,
amazing place to be. You feel
yeah.
me?
So Misbehaving, so we gonna get into you and who you are. So
Okay.
before we get into your journey, who is misbehaving?
Who is misbehaving, man? Misbehaving has no label. She is everything, man. She's everybody and everything. Misbehaving is everything, literally. She is balance. She is duality. She is everything. That's the easiest way for me to explain misbehaving. I'm music. I am hip hop. I am R&B. I am pop. I am EDM. I am I'm all of it. Rock and roll, name it. I do it all.
That's very interesting.
I'm strapped. I'm trapped. I'm all of that. I'm
Okay, okay,
bankhead.
okay,
You know what that
okay.
means.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. So would you say that you are that when you're not on stage, when you just kicking it with your day ones from the sandbox, like what is that day like for you? Like
Hey man,
what is that day like for you?
I'm just Brandy. I'm B. That's who I am to everybody. Like I'm Brandy from the West Side, or Brandy from Bankhead, or B. That's what
Okay.
people call
Okay.
me. Yeah, but my days of doing nothing, like I don't really hang out much. You know what I'm saying? I have day ones, but I don't really hang out much. Like when anytime that I have any downtime, I'm trying to go to sleep, meditate, go to sleep, maybe hit the park by myself,
Hmm.
bask in the sun and get grounded and all that good stuff. But yeah, I'm a little different from the average chick.
Okay. 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 Okay.
Yeah.
So all right. So let's get into this music. So we get into this music career, the business
Hmm.
among other things, because I know you're a person with many talents. So and music is
For sure.
is not the only thing that you do. We're gonna get into all that.
For
So
sure.
Misbehaving. Where did the name come from?
Oof, I got that name when I was about 15 years old. I was in a dance group called Ballad Entertainment. And it was an acronym for vocals and lyrics, including dance. And I don't know if you know Blizzum. Do you know Blizzum from he got the radio show too. I think is 105 Blizzum. I know you would know him. I know I'm probably saying the wrong radio name, but
The name Blizz sounds so familiar. So
yeah, he's like into radio and media and all of that stuff. But he was in the group too back in the day, and he was the rapper in the group. So
okay.
I was the singer, the R&B singer in the group, and dance. I used to dance too. So, and I mean hip hop dance, like choreograph and stuff like that. So he just always used to tell me like, your name, and you would be such a dope rapper. I love your cadence. But speaking of the name Misbehaving, shout out to Lou. He was like the head of the group. He used to do like choreography for Key Sweat and TLC and a whole bunch of people. And he was like the man of the group or whatever. And I was the youngest one. I was about 15 years old, and I was so
Mhm.
rebellious. I was doing completely the opposite of what everybody else was doing. And he would just be like, yo, we're gonna change your name. You misbehaving. You gonna be misbehaving. And I love the name, and it just kind of stuck. I wanted a dope way of spelling it, and I kind of gained that, and he helped me with that. So yeah, shout out to Lou, man. He created that name. He gave me that name, and it really stuck.
Okay. Okay. So what
Yeah.
was that? What was that whole aura like at 15 years old, being a popular, dance group, a culture group there in Atlanta, Georgia? So, how did y'all gain traction and progression for
Mhm.
people to know who you were? And then I'm pretty sure you guys became a household name.
Mhm. Yeah, well, for me, it started for me at MBK, my brother's keeper. I
Okay.
was in the teenage clubs, going crazy. DJ Jelly was the DJ, so
Oh
it was
wow.
a bunch of groups. Yes, and I was in a group called the Untouchables, And Untouchable was full of dudes. It was all guys, and I was the only girl. So that's how I gained my popularity and traction, from that group being the only girl and being able to compete with guys, because I was dancing against dudes. And speaking of dudes, Gorilla Zoe was in another group. He was in a group, I think it was called Too Crucial. Um, I think, don't quote me on that. I could be wrong. It could be another group, but he was in another dance group that was sort of like a rival to us. And that boy could dance. And me and Zoe used to go against
Oh,
each
back
other
up,
all
back
the
up, back
time.
up, back up, back up,
Yeah, you
man,
heard
back
it
up,
right, Gorilla Zoe.
back up, back up, back up, man,
Yeah, you heard
back
it
up.
right. Yeah.
You, you ain't, you ain't talking about Mr. Bite
Hood
Down,
nigga.
Gorilla
Yeah,
Zoe.
yeah, yeah. Exactly. Yep.
That's what
Yep.
you
Yep.
say. The boy can get off. He can dance.
Man, that boy used to be raw. I mean, yeah, he did.
Okay,
He
okay.
did.
That's very interesting. That's
Hey
very
man,
interesting to
yeah,
say.
you know.
Yeah, I like that though. But that's just
But
a
that's
little
how I got
backstory.
my popularity. Yeah, that's how I got my. I mean, I was the only girl in a group full of guys that was competing against every dance group in Atlanta and whoever else came to Atlanta to dance against us. So that's kind of
Okay,
where I ended up from when I got in the group Valid Entertainment. They knew me from just being a dope dancer, you know.
okay,
So they
okay.
kind
So
of they kind of trained me on that to make it more so, defined. So they was
right,
dope because
right,
they
right.
did choreography. I was ticking, popping, and sliding and gliding, but they was doing real choreography.
Okay.
So yeah,
And so what was those battles and those competitions like?
man, it was crazy. It was exhilarating. It was wild because I mean, like I say, we would go from we just wanted to be famous. We just wanted to be in the music business some type of way, and dancing was our thing. We grew up in the hood for real, all of us. So it was like, growing up in the hood, you see certain things, and dancing was sort of like our escape. It made us feel good. It was everything. It was therapy. Before I learned how to rap, that was my therapy, dancing.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. Is that something you picked up on your own, or did you come from talent
I
as
mean,
far as your
yeah,
family genetic?
I definitely come from a family of talented people. Like, my grandfather was a bass player. He had many groups. He played bass for James Brown a couple of times on his tour. My uncles are singers and guitar players, and my dad is a singer. His mom is a singer. My other grandmother was a singer. Like they were, yeah. So I come
Oh,
from like talent. But my daddy could dance though. My daddy could dance too. He could really dance. So I don't know. Maybe I picked it up from him. I don't know.
well, I mean, it sounds like it's heavily influenced, amongst your
Yeah,
family.
yeah,
So
yeah, totally.
that's a great thing. So
Hmm.
upon dancing, and you was still in high school doing this, right?
Man, I was in middle school, like doing MBK, my brother's keeper. Yeah, I was in middle school.
Okay,
And then
okay.
when I
So
got in high school, that's when I got in Valid Entertainment.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. So you was in middle school, then
Hmm.
you went to high school. So what was the popularity like for you in high school
Oh man, I was
and
I was I was that chick. Like I mean, I was the girl that took up for the people that couldn't defend themselves. Like I would beat up the bullies and stuff, and defend people who couldn't defend themselves, the unpopular people, or whatever. Because I don't know, I always just had a soft spot for those type of people. I just felt
Mhm.
like I was supposed to be the one to stand up for them when they couldn't stand up for themselves. So that made me popular. I was just always a likable person. Like people look at me
Right,
and just assume I'm a certain type of way until they get to know me. And be like, oh, damn, she cool as hell.
right,
So yeah, that
right,
was
right.
me in high school. I had a crew like everybody else, a clique. I was
Right.
I was popular.
Cool,
But it was
cool.
my
So
attitude that made me popular. I just need to throw that out there though. Like,
okay, okay,
it
okay,
wasn't about
okay.
nothing
So
else. Yeah.
okay, so you was that type of person that people really could talk to. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Yeah. So that's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
So upon in high school, then so when did you realize that you need to give more of expression vocally to the masses, or just to the greater metropolitan Atlanta area?
In that same group, Valid Entertainment, Blizz was the first person that wrote a like verse for me.
Okay.
He used to always talk about my cadence. He was like, your cadence is just so dope. I just believe you can rap because I sang. So he was like, I'm gonna write you a verse. And I was like, all right. So like a few days later, I wasn't really studying it because I wasn't a rapper. He wrote a verse and he was just like, yo, spit this for me. I'm gonna spit it one time and I want you to spit it after me. So he like spit the verse and I went over it a couple of times and I spit it and he was like, I knew you was dope. I knew it. I knew it. And I didn't know it. But shit, after that, I was a rapper. I was sold. I was like, oh yeah, this feel right. This feels more
Mm.
right than singing. Like
Mm.
this feels more right than dancing. Like, even though
Okay.
singing is my first love, but shit, rapping was hell. It was everything. After that, I was a rapper. I wasn't singing no more, wasn't dancing no more. I was a whole rapper. Like
Oh wow. Okay.
it changed in one day.
Oh wow. Oh wow. So
Yeah.
it was just that it factor for you.
Yeah, man. It just felt right. When you know it's right, you feel it. And from
Okay.
that moment on, I've just been rapping. Rapping
That's
and
what's up.
writing.
That's what's up. So
Yeah.
upon you becoming a rapper and you having that passion for it and
Hmm.
having that great feeling about you picking up that mic and just making people groove to your lyrical presence and just make them bop their heads because they know that
Yeah.
you're going to say something that's so dope over the beat where they can't do nothing. Be like, damn, can't believe she said that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah. So upon that, man, like when did you do your very first show, and how was that for you?
My very first as a rapper.
Yes.
Um Honestly, I it's like once Bottle Action happened, I it was out of here. I can't even remember my first show, honestly. Like once that record kind of came out, it was fucking out. Like that shit was just out of here. And I was just doing shows back to back to back, back to back to back, back to back to back. But I do remember being nervous as hell. Like I even to this day I get nervous to perform. But it's like that's a good thing for me because that means I'm about to rip some shit up. So
Mm.
I feel like when I'm not nervous, I feel like the energy not gonna be there. So it's like for
So
me, being nervous is a good thing.
bottle action. So let's talk
Yeah.
about that record and why it was created and what was your mind state when you created it.
That's funny as hell because my mind state creating that record, I was mad as hell. I was mad. I was frustrated. It was crazy because I made conscious music at first. I was making, music about real shit. Like I was talking about, you know, all types of stuff. Just stuff to make you think. It was very conscious. But nobody wanted to hear that shit. Nobody wanted to hear. It was like I would get people that say like, "Yo, she can rap." Like that was the one thing people couldn't deny that I could rap. You know, her delivery is stupid, but the music just wasn't. And they were dope songs. I will say the tracks was dope. Everything was dope about it. It was just the time people wasn't into that because around the time I was doing conscious music, Luda was out with "Move, Bitch, Get Out the Way" and Bone Crusher, Never Scared, and just all of those songs that were aggressive. And Bottle Action kind of came about as a joke for real. I did that song out of frustration. I didn't mean for it to be a real song. Like it was,
Mm. Listen,
hey
as DJ
man,
Khaled said, listen.
you gotta be careful because I'm telling you, like that wasn't even supposed to be a real song.
Listen, man, listen. I'm just trying to tell you, when I when I hear the song, man, I just really I just think, man, you can't play that we ready that set it off that tear the club up, not till you book, and you definitely can't
Right.
follow it up with bottle action. You definitely can't follow up with bottle action.
That's
Because
crazy.
if you follow that thing up with bottle action,
It's a whole
it's
situation. Yeah,
yeah,
no.
yeah, it's a whole situation
Right.
that could have been avoided, man. Like it's just certain
That could have
like
been
I
avoided.
yeah, it just could have been avoided.
Yeah.
I just I done been to parties where the promoter said, man, listen, you can play
Don't
it.
play that song.
But don't play these songs back to back, man. Don't do that, man.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
like you can play two back to back, man, but you gotta slow it down for the lovers too, man. Then
Right, right.
the DJ be like, man, they grooving so
Got to
and
keep it going.
Listen,
Yeah, that's
and,
crazy.
and and by the time the DJ try to keep that thing going, it's a whole
It's a
situation on
whole
that dance
fight.
floor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
it's
know.
and the
Yeah.
situation, people getting trampled over, and then people popping their trunks when they go out to the cars, and
Right.
like,
Right.
yeah, man. So when I heard that bottle action, I said, boy, I hope they ready. I hope ain't nobody beefing when they hear that song, cause that
Whew.
song gon' man.
Yeah, I
But
saw
it's
a lot
dope
of
though.
blood, man. I saw a lot of blood shed like on tour with that record. I
Mm,
remember like the first time I ever saw a bottle fly across the club. I was I don't want to say I was unprofessional, but it was just surprising because I literally stopped in the middle of the song, was like, what the hell? The next thing you know, it was a whole fight. And I froze. Then of course I got used to it and then just kept rapping, you know. But yeah, the first time I
right.
froze, like I couldn't believe it. Yeah, that shit
Mm.
was crazy.
Yeah. So, who produced that for you?
The original track was produced by this guy named Mac Rod out of Memphis, Tennessee. It was more of a slum kind of hood track. I love that track actually. But the one that y'all know is produced by Nitty. Hmm.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah,
Nearly. Okay. Well known
hmm
producer. Really well known
yeah.
producer. So
Hmm. Hmm.
everybody know Nitty on the beat. You know what I mean? So
Right, 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 right,
yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So how well did this track do in like the radio market, the underground market, and the tour market?
I think for the tour market, it was pretty good. The underground market, it was great. Radio, it was cool because the record was just so controversial. People got scared of that record. Like they weren't sure about it. You know, I'll never forget Ryan Cameron broke the record on the radio. Like, and like he just kept playing the shit back to back to back to back to back. So he broke it on the radio, therefore, like it was already going crazy in the clubs. I was already touring with that record. Actually, when I got to Nitty, I was already like doing shows and shit. Like he just really he commercialized the record. He wanted it to sound more commercial. When he wanted to pitch it to JD, which was the producer he was signed to at the time, he wanted, of course, he wanted the record to be his track. So yeah, that's how that kind of came about. But I
Okay,
came with that
okay.
record. That record was already a hit when I got there.
Mm.
Yeah.
So upon that record blowing up, um,
Hmm.
was you solo dolo then, or did you already have management then?
I had a manager by the name of Carolyn Miller. Yeah, I had a
Okay.
manager at the time.
Hmm.
But she didn't stay, you know, she didn't stay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I
Okay.
didn't I didn't have management for really like the whole entire time I was there. Now that I think about it, like yeah, I had no management.
Okay. Okay. So,
Hmm.
what states did you tour with this record?
Well, mostly the southeast region, like from Florida, Texas, Memphis. I mean Tennessee, uh, just everywhere in the southeast region.
Okay. Okay.
New
Okay.
Orleans, like it was Alabama, you know, all of those markets, the
Right.
South
Right. Right.
markets.
Right.
Yeah, they was it was pretty big. Like I was in a lot of those places 3 or 4 times, like
Mm,
easy, you know.
mm. So, have you ever thought about, putting it back out there and dropping a remix?
I mean, I dropped the video. I'm really
I know you
done.
dropped the video. I seen the video.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know. Like, you know, somebody else asked me about that, and that may be an option,
Yeah.
but it's nothing I'm really focused on. Like, I'm really trying to
I,
move past that record for real. Like,
I understand. I understand, man. But
I
I just
know,
know
I
how.
know.
I just know how the summertime gonna hit, and people can actually come out a little bit now. More than
Yeah,
they would have been coming out. The sun gonna be
yeah.
glistening.
Right,
The
right. It's
rims
gonna hit
gonna
a
be
little different.
shining. Yeah, yeah.
Right.
The rims gonna be shining.
Mm-hmm.
The paint job's
Mm-hmm.
gonna be flip flop. You
This
know what
is
I
true.
mean? And
Right.
I mean, and they gonna
I mean, it's
have
a
the
thought,
festival
you know,
going,
we'll see. We'll see.
the
We'll
car
see. I
shows,
might,
the
you
bike
know.
shows.
Yeah, yeah. And like I
Yeah,
say, it's the
yeah.
new generation. It's a new generation. It's a few generations, you know. So I mean it's practically a new song to a lot of people.
Yeah, yeah. So I just really think, man, and I'm gonna say it, but I ain't saying just cause she my girl from South Carolina, but I can tell you this:
I'm
Rennie is
from
on Love
Atlanta.
and Hip.
Who?
I'm talking about who I see can be on it. A
Really?
chick from South Carolina that live in Atlanta. You know what I mean?
Oh,
I
the
think
only
this
chick I
record.
put in there for South Carolina is Cola Fox. She dope.
Okay, okay,
She dope.
okay,
She dope. I actually got
okay,
a record with her. I got a record with her.
okay,
So yeah.
okay. But I can see this record on Love and Hip Hop. Yeah, because they always got some drama on
Fight.
there. So
Always on some
yeah,
shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. So
Hmm.
I can see that record doing. Because with records you never can tell. A record can be out
It's true.
for 5 or 6 years or longer, and then
Hmm.
it'll be somebody be like, "Why this record wasn't played in this area?" Or
Yeah, facts.
let me get this to the to the supervisor that really be working with the film directors and see if we can get this record
Right.
and get some moves. Like has it been serviced in any type of films as of yet?
Actually, it's actually about to come out in what's the show? I think it's the Miss Pat show.
Oh,
It's yeah,
okay, yeah.
it's actually just
Miss
got
Pat funny
licensed
as
for
hell
that
too.
show. And I
She funny
haven't even
too.
watched the show yet, but I've heard good things. So yeah, I
Man,
definitely. I mean,
she
the song
is
gonna be on there, so of course I'm gonna check it out. But yeah,
yeah, she is hell on wheels. She
really,
funny.
I heard. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
she
dope. And
funny.
she from
She funny.
Atlanta, right? She's from Atlanta.
Yeah, uh-huh, uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Dope.
and I just want to shout out for Productions. They
Okay.
actually got the movie Bosses dropping on 420.
Oh, that's dope.
To two of my homies from Atlanta, Georgia. Shout out to my man Slim, and shout out to Billy. Yeah,
Okay. Tell them to holler at
they
me for
definitely.
bosses too. Tell them to holler at me
I,
for bosses too.
I got you. I got you. I got you. They actually going to be looking because this is their first premiere film coming out. They new film directors,
Okay.
but I will tell you this: they coming. Believe that.
That's
Believe that.
awesome.
I'm gonna put the link in your inbox so you can check it out as well too. So
Okay. Yeah. We'll
yeah,
love it.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's
So
dope.
upon this record, so what happened next after this record was everywhere?
I was on the road. I was constantly like I toured off that record almost 3 years off that one record. I was on the road. But if
So you
notice,
stayed
like,
booked up.
yeah, man, I stayed booked up. But we dropped a remix to that record too, featuring Rashida and Yo Yo. Y'all
Okay.
ain't even know that, huh?
No, I didn't. I know I
Yeah,
didn't. So
yeah.
how well did the remix do?
Man, honestly, it wasn't really pushed. I mean, I'm thinking by that time shit was crumbling over there. Like I was trying to get the hell on. Like it was a whole lot of shit. Like I don't really remember anything really being put into that record other than when Yo Yo came and recorded the record. Rashida came, like they were dope, super dope. And that's pretty much it. I really have no real memory of that record, like as far as when it dropped or because like I say, by that time shit was going to pieces over there. So I was
Okay,
trying to be
okay.
out.
Okay, so you said you was over there. So what label were you signed with back then?
I was signed a Nitty label.
Ah,
Hmm.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
So from being signed with Nitty, like
Hmm.
what was that experience like?
Oh, in the beginning, it was great. That shit is always great in the beginning. It's great as
Okay.
long as your ass don't have no knowledge as to what's really going on behind the scenes.
Right,
But
right,
it
right,
was
right.
typical. It was a typical artist, producer relationship. We were constantly in the studio. We was working. We was making, great songs and everything. Like it was dope in the beginning
Hmm.
until it wasn't.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
So with that being said, you did some great things with Nitty, and
I did a great song with Nitty. But like
okay,
I said, let me correct that though real quick. Like I said earlier on, The song was a hit record before the nigga got before it even got to him.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
yeah, that I was already doing my thing when that record came. I mean, when this dude,
Hmm.
like, when I did shit with him, like this, I was already misbehaving. I was already doing bottle action. I was already on the road. All that shit. I went over there to get signed up for publishing with when Ian was over there, Ian Burke, when he was at
Oh,
ASCAP.
okay.
Yeah, and then Joc happened to give Nitty my CD on his way out. I didn't even know who the dude was.
Uh-huh.
Joc gave him a CD, and he was like, that's Nitty right there. And I was like, oh, I don't know the nigga. So he went and ran out there and gave him the CD, and Nitty left, and he called Ian and was like, yo, that girl still there? Ian was like, yeah, she's sitting right here. He was like, don't let her move. Long story short, ended up signing with the nigga. He redid the beat, blah, blah, blah. Fucked
Right.
up
So so
deal,
so
all
you
of this shit.
so you knew Jock first.
Yeah, me and Joc grew up together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then. Okay. 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 And so, what was that experience like? You working with Jock?
I mean, like I said, we grew up together. Like it was,
Yeah.
Joc was my hype man. He was my best friend and my hype man.
Okay. Then.
So
Okay. Okay. Understood.
yeah,
Understood.
it was dope. I
Understood.
mean, he was like my best friend, so it was all great. We were great. Like we were best friends. So
Right.
shit, who you wouldn't rather be on the road with nobody else, but the person you more so comfortable with, your best friend.
Right.
So
Right.
yeah,
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Jock definitely. He definitely. Did his thing, and he definitely
yep,
a good dude too. So I had the
mm-hmm,
pleasure of meeting him a couple times. So he definitely a good
yeah,
dude. Now, so as you progress from that and you started understanding the music business as a whole, correct?
correct.
So, what would a person like yourself who's been around the highs and the lows of the music business, what would you tell an up and coming independent artist?
Get your own attorney. Don't let no producer nigga suggest your attorney, cause he'll be paying under the table and shit, fucking you deep into a bad contract. Get your own attorney. And I would suggest people for real. And I know this is just really just me talking because I know nobody will really listen to this and hear this. But I feel like people should learn this industry before they get into it because, all we see is the finished product. A lot of artists, upcoming aspiring artists, they see people on TV. They see the videos, they see the ice, they see the jewelry, the cars, all this shit. But it's a whole nother situation on the way to that. You know what I'm saying? So, eh, I would just say
Well,
learn the industry because it's not what you think. It's smoke and mirrors. Like
it
that
is.
shit
It
look
is.
good. Yeah, yeah. But it's like, we don't do that as artists. We dive in first because we're just going after the love that we feel for music or rap or whatever it is that you do. There's a real genuine passion for that shit. So you're not thinking about the paperwork. You're not thinking about the business part of it. You're thinking about your talent, what you know you can do and what you want to prove to the world. That's it. But yeah, that shit don't mean nothing for real because this shit is literally 90% business, 10% talent.
Listen. I've been in this business for a long time. I started this
Right.
business in 1997, but I started off on the club promotion,
Mm-hmm.
street promotion. Then I got into the management, and then I
Mm-hmm.
got into what we call the corporate promotions.
Right, right,
So
right.
I tell artists all the time, is 9% business, 10% music,
Yeah, for
and,
sure.
and I tell them all the time, man. You need to really understand the paperwork and the contracts and
Yeah,
sound
all of that.
exchange and BMI and
Yep.
you need to understand digital radio tracker and so on and so
Mm-hmm.
forth. I say
Right.
you really need to understand how you can get paid for the rest of your life. And you
Exactly.
shouldn't perform at any club who is not registered with BMI, ASCAP, or because
Exactly.
you need to
Cause
get
them
paid for those
spins just gonna
performances.
go unheard. Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. So and with that being said, but it's just I just think artists, a lot of artists, man, and shout out to ones that learn the business, but
Mm-hmm.
a lot of artists just want to perfect their craft. They don't want to handle no business. And
Exactly.
I kind of tell them that's a bad way, man. That's just like you um it's like you just giving accounting your money. and not checking and seeing
Exactly.
what's still there. You know what I mean?
You just trusting them with your life and your career and your
Right,
money and
right,
shit.
right.
Right.
And you definitely can't do that. So
Correct.
and I'm glad you said that attorney matters. It definitely matters. And get your own. Don't like you
Yeah,
said. Don't depend
man.
on the producer. Don't be letting nobody say, well,
Hmm.
let me call the attorney. I'll try to hook you up. No, bro, I don't need no
Man,
hookups.
let me tell
You
you, that
know.
was the worst mistake I ever made because my aunt told me, my aunt said it. She was like, hell no, we ain't letting them get no attorney. And I'm thinking, like, shit, why not? I'm thinking they're suggesting a good attorney, not an
Hmm.
attorney that's already in their pocket.
Right.
I'm paying the attorney and they paying the too. So
Yeah,
that shit
yeah.
is some real
It's
shit.
a dirty game, man. I tell
Yeah,
people all the
totally.
time, man. Cause my homeboy, he be like, man, my son want to be in this music business. He's 13. I said, man, unless you're as a father is going to devote every
Full
second to
time.
your son's
Yeah.
music career, I was like, bro, I would just tell
Look, I
you,
would suggest it.
nah, man, because
Yeah.
like I tell him, I said it's a dirty business, man, and I'm telling you from
Indeed.
a grown man's perspective, where you got these artists that these executives go in hiding because they didn't did these
Mm-hmm.
artists so dirty, man. And I'm telling you,
Mm-hmm.
man, like
Facts.
unless you're gonna go and see an attorney in the next week or so, you and your son,
Mm-hmm.
and explain to him what's going on and sign and put him on retainer
Right.
and
Correct.
like it's not for everybody. Like you got to be a
This is
different
true.
type of breed to be in this industry. You know what
You
I mean?
do.
Because this industry will stress you out and have you going off on people who ain't did nothing to you.
Man, what I've been there, done that. I've been there,
Yeah,
done
yeah,
that. This is
yeah.
this is
So it's
real.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
So we're gonna talk about now you for you now. What's next for you like as of in the music world today?
Well, right now we're promoting the single BBE, Bad Bitch Energy. Getting ready to shoot a video to that.
Okay,
Shit, movies and TV and everything, man. Like it's
okay.
really
Well,
the question really is for me right now. What am I not doing right now? That's where I am. Like I've been gone for 15 years, so it's like shit. I'm trying to do everything and in between. So yeah,
okay,
everything. But the
okay.
priority is BBE right now, though.
Okay, so you took a long break, hiatus.
Shit, yeah, yeah, I did
Okay,
super
okay,
long. Wasn't by choice
okay.
though.
Yeah, I
Nitty
mean it
called
happens
himself black.
sometimes.
Nitty called himself blackballing me. So
Oh man,
yeah.
she listen, man. you you know what? I just told the artist this, um, and tomorrow
Mhm.
somebody told me this, man. That was like, Jay, man, because I got an interview on tomorrow with Mel Love. That used to be one of the executives of Bad Boy, and this interview is life
Mm.
after Bad Boy Records. They was like, bro,
Oh
you
wow.
wild. I was like, nah, I ain't wild, bro. Hey man, that's what they want. So I'm gonna get it to them. But
Hey man,
I
it is
told,
what it is.
I told, yeah, I told an artist, I said, man, you gotta understand something about this industry, man. It's treacherous. He was like, do people really get blackballed? I said, man, do we still eat fried chicken? He said, man, you
Right.
crazy. I was like, no, I said, I ain't crazy, man. I'm serious, man. Like, yeah, it happens. It happens a lot, man. And people don't
Yeah.
know when you just see an artist that don't come out for 10 years and then all of a sudden they
Mhm.
drop you something. It ain't
Right.
because they wanted to. You know what I mean? And
Exactly.
and so with that happening to you, um,
Mhm.
how you feel about this industry though? Like
Oh
give me the
man,
raw.
like I mean, this is a dog eat dog industry. Like it ain't no friends in this shit, and that's where I got it twisted at. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm thinking, yo, this dude signed me. Like he put me on. I'm out here doing big shows and shit. Like I met JD, Janet Jackson, love bottle action. Like I'm just thinking, like this nigga love me. Like this my big brother. you know.
Mm-hmm.
But you know how that shit go. Like people love you until they don't. You know what I'm saying? Like when you
Yeah.
start to say
Yeah.
no or you realize some shit. Like I realized the nigga was stealing hella money from me. And he was messing up deals. This nigga wanted to be a rapper. And he out here trying to get deals for himself when people trying to sign me, major labels are coming to him for me, but he trying to do a package deal. They don't want you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So now he messing up what I got going on. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So it was that situation. You know what I'm saying? Like I always tell people, they be like, damn man, man, how much your deal was for bottle action? Shit, let them tell it was 5,000, but come to find out it was 55,000.
Oh man.
You know, yeah, gave me five and bust that shit down the middle, him and end. So yeah, so it's like once shit like that started happening, and my contract was up, I decided not to renew my contract. So
Uh-huh.
he got mad. He got mad. I didn't breach my contract. I didn't leave before it was time. I waited till my contract was up. And instead of sending him the 2-week notice that you normally send before your contract is up, if you're not going to renew it, I decided to go sit down with him and have a conversation with him, thinking that
Mm-hmm.
was the right thing to do. But I should have
Mm-hmm.
sent that bitch ass nigga the letter. Like I just should have sent that nigga the letter for real.
Right,
Um,
right, right. And so
but
at that current time, you didn't have your own attorney, correct?
well, I did. I mean, I had the attorney that was assigned to me, sort of, kind of. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? But
that's
even
what I mean.
yeah. But even at the end of that contract, I remember going to meet with her, and she was telling me, she was like, "Listen," she was like, "I wouldn't suggest that you sign this contract. I think you need to, yeah, don't renew your contract." She basically told me that.
Mm.
Like, I
So
guess I don't know if her
hold,
conscience kicked in. I don't know what happened,
let me
but
get this straight. His people that previously helped him underhand you and undermine you
yeah,
on the contractual agreement told
yeah,
you at the end of your contract, don't sign with this nigga. Don't do it.
don't basically, yeah, pretty much.
Mm.
That was it. Yeah. I wouldn't go
Wow.
sign anyway, because I mean, like I said, it was just too much damage had been done. That the trust
Right.
issues, like I had hella trust issues. I didn't trust this nigga. I didn't trust nothing he said. You know what I'm saying? And it was like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I can't stay over here. Like, who want to be signed to somebody you don't trust? Like, I already know some of the shit you've been doing, and then later on, years past, his who was his manager at the time, Ian Burke, he pretty much confessed everything to me. He told me everything grimy and slimy that they had ever did to me. That karma was eating his ass up. He just told me everything.
Mm.
Yeah, but by this
Wow.
time I was way gone, and but he was around here. Nitty was around here telling people like, don't fuck with her, and I was really reaching out to the dude trying to see what the beef was, because when people told me that Nitty was trying to blackball me, I'm like, for what? I was like, why would he be blackballing me? Word is I fucked up his money, but I mean,
But it
when you
but it but it was really your money, right?
pretty much.
Right, 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 right.
But that's narcissism though. Like,
Yeah, 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 yeah,
that's that weird shit for real. So yeah, like, dude,
yeah.
weird for real. Like, to this day, this nigga still on the same shit. Like, I hear this nigga still on some trying to make sure I don't get in the industry type shit. Like, this nigga really on some obsessed type shit. That nigga done made my ego huge though. I feel like Michael Jackson around this motherfucker. Like, I
Mm.
must be that bitch. Like, for real, for real. This nigga ain't had nothing hotter since. And every artist that he's ever
Yeah,
touched,
yeah,
produced
yeah,
for,
yeah, yeah.
any of that shit.
Yeah,
Way ahead.
I ain't really like when it when it when it comes to that, I was reading, up on you and stuff like that, and so I was like, somebody asked me, man, what happened to that dude? They asked me this like 3 weeks ago. I was like, bro, I don't know, man.
Karma.
I don't know.
Karma, you around here
Like,
fucking over everybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, if I always tell any interviewer that asks me about that dude, name one person that this dude has ever produced for, signed anything. Where they at now? That common denominator, something serious. Everybody ain't
yeah,
lying.
yeah,
Nigga
yeah,
do
yeah.
fucked up business.
Right, 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 right. So, with him trying to block you, blackball you and stuff
Hmm.
like that.
Hmm.
So when did you find out that you can slide your foot back in the door?
Man, let me tell you something. Really, I should have been said something because this shit was really all about me thinking like, first of all, I was in denial because I'm just like, why? I didn't feel like his reasons was warranted. So I'm thinking the shit really didn't exist. I'm like, this can't be right. So I hit the nigga up like trying to figure out what the beef was, but he would never meet with me. He would never like this dude would literally have a conversation with me, but soon as I say, "Hey, let's link up," he didn't want to do that.
Mm.
One thing, the nigga scary as hell, so he wasn't because he done fucked over so many people. He's scared to link with anybody. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
That's
right,
just
right.
that's and he's always been like that though. Even when me and him was cool, he was just always paranoid and scary and shit. Like
Mm.
I don't know, but I mean, when you fucking over people, I guess you got that reason to be.
Mm.
You know,
Mm. So your boy and him, you
who
know,
is my boy?
Jock and Nitty,
Yeah, I ain't
every
talked to Jock in years, but I ain't got no beef with him though.
yeah, but everybody like people, a lot of people on the outside looking in, just like
Hmm.
somebody's like that bottle action, man. You like that song is kind of like legendary, classic, ain't it? I was like, yeah. I mean, it's like that came out a while ago, man. And I remember
Hmm.
every DJ in the southeastern region and the Midwest was playing it. I was like,
Yeah,
yeah. And you like, she back out? I was like, yeah,
yeah, she
she
back out. She ain't going
she,
nowhere.
she, she doing her thing. She
Yeah,
doing her
motherfucker
thing.
gonna have to kill me to get me up out of here.
So they was like, oh man, summertime coming too. So they waiting, cause
Yeah.
my my homeboy was telling me that he played it, man, and he's like, some chicks instantly know who you was. They was like,
Hmm.
yeah, that was that shit. Where's she at?
Yeah.
So people been waiting. That's for sure.
This is for sure. Yeah, and I've been getting that a lot, man. And it's like, people been trying to get me back in this industry forever. But I mean, for me, it's really about my voice right now. It's like I gotta it's for me, you gotta tell people what the hell happened. You know what I'm saying? And the
Right.
reasons it happened. Because I wouldn't want, honestly, the next female artist to come up under this nigga and he do the same shit. You know what I'm saying? Because these niggas really be in their feelings. They like some real bitches in this industry. These men in this industry, a lot of them are more female than the female.
Mm.
Like this nigga big mad still to this day, and the shit ain't even legit. Like your beef ain't even legit.
Like mad cause somebody want to move on and
Exactly.
progress.
Right. Like
Like
I'm the
it
first
makes no
artist
sense.
to ever want to do that.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
Right. Cause he
But
obsessed.
but
Oh,
but we all know, like, when you fall into the right hands, you
mm-hmm.
was gonna be larger than life. And
Yeah, he
so
know that. He know that.
yeah,
That's why he ain't want it. That's why he know he fucked that up. But get what
yeah,
though? Like that's gonna happen regardless. Like it's over with. That nigga finna see me go crazy.
yeah.
Period.
I can believe
Yeah.
that. I can believe
Yeah.
that. So
Yeah.
I always like to ask, artists, because
Mm-hmm.
artists have a tunnel vision, and
Right.
they see a lot that, like, people think artists don't pay attention to what's going on in the world. They actually
Yeah.
pay attention more than the average person because
I'm
they
trying to tell you.
visualize, and they
Mm-hmm.
create with their pen. So from what you've seen that's been going on as far as, police brutality, as far as young black people dying, as far as just black people dying in general by the hands of the police, like
Right.
what do you want to speak on about that? Like the reason I ask you this, because you have a voice that's already stamped. You know what I mean? And that toolage is a part of your voice to, like, really, really reach people. Because I like to, like, outside this interview, I like to see what's in the minds of creative people like yourself, man. As
Right.
far as, because you are a black woman walking on American soil, and we come from y'all, and
Right.
like, what you seeing, what your black brothers go through in American soil, man. Like I just want to know your take on it. Like how do you think we can change the narrative about the redevelopment of our black communities?
I mean, I think at the end of the day, this some old shit. This is some shit that's been going on for centuries.
Hmm.
Black men been being killed by the police forever, and black
Right.
people still doing the same shit. They talking about it, they marching about it. Ain't shit gonna change until we change. And when I say we change, we need to come together because we keep talking about police brutality, but what's up with black on black crime? It's more niggas killing each other too. It's like we always speaking on police brutality and what they doing to us, but what about what we doing to each other? It's
Yeah.
hard to be able to have a voice about police brutality when that black dude over there go kill that man over $5, but he won't even shoot the black man that killed, I mean the white man that killed his brother. Shit like that to me don't fly. So it's like, I hate that it's happening to our black men, but like I say, this ain't nothing new. Until we do something different, the shit gonna keep happening. We need to stop marching. We need to stop talking about the shit. Stop crying about it and fucking go to war because it ain't gonna be no change until niggas get ready to stand up. Stand up and be ready for whatever. Because this shit ain't gonna stop. Why? Because we
Right.
doing the same thing Martin Luther King and all the rest of them were doing back in the day. Shit ain't gonna change. Has it changed? I don't care how
No.
much marching and protesting we do. That shit not gonna change. These man, let me tell you, ain't nobody gonna do nothing until black men stand up for each other and be ready to stand up against them. Period. And sometimes you gotta die for some of the shit you believe in. You
Yeah.
know, you got
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
So that's really my take on that. I hate to see that shit happening. I hate it because I get it. You know what I'm saying? But until we do something different, it's gonna continue to happen.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's a sad situation, man, and
Yeah, man.
I my heart go out to a lot of the parents that lost the children, and a lot
Yeah,
was
totally.
going on, and then
Mm-hmm.
we in a different time of this digital era. So I was talking to
Right.
my homeboy. He said, "Man, I ain't never think my kids see no shit like this." I
Mm-hmm.
used to hear my parents and my grandparents talk about it because I really didn't
Right.
see it, but they see it visually on
Exactly. Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
And
Our
and, and,
grandparents
and
experienced that shit. They
right,
experienced a
right.
lot of that.
So and then for kids to see that thing visually, man, and
Mm-hmm.
kids, I had a dude tell me one time, young boy, he about 15. He said, "Man, listen, I got white friends that I grew up in the sandbox with, playing baseball and basketball, football with, man, and now both of
Mm-hmm.
us got to see this." And then he said his white friend told him, he said, "Man, I think adults are stupid." He said, "Why can't we just be friends, man, and just live life? And why we gotta see it this way and that way?" And he was like, "Man, I don't look at you cause you're black and I'm white. I look at you, man, because you my dog. We rock together. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?"
because hate is taught. Hate is taught.
Yeah,
Like that's
yeah,
not what we feel when we're born. Like the highest vibration is love. We feel that as soon as we come out. You feel it from your parents, your mama. As soon as your mama hold you, you know that that's love. Like,
right.
racism is taught, hate is taught. So I mean, yeah, adults are stupid.
Yeah. So I'm just looking and I'm hoping and praying that we can change the narrative, man, and just get it together, man. Like,
See,
cause
but
really,
you know what, Jacob? Like for real, I love your name, King Jacob, because you a fucking king. And until all
right,
black men realize who they are, we need to stop fucking praying and hoping and wishing. That shit ain't got
right.
us nowhere in 1,000 years. That shit ain't gonna get us nowhere.
Unity, yeah, we definitely got to unify as one.
We
Most
got
definitely.
to. That's all we got. Like that's the
Right.
that's the quickest way of us getting changing some shit when we all come together and unify. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah. We definitely got to do it because if we don't, man, we're gonna be sinking in quicksand forever,
Yeah.
forever. So,
Yeah.
so you and I got one more question to ask you.
Okay.
A lot of people who walk through life
Mm-hmm.
have no identity. They don't know who they are.
Hmm.
And so, as society misconstrued the mindset of people, that they don't know who they are. They can't identify with who they are genetically, mentally, physically, spiritually, or emotionally.
Nah, because society tell them who they are. And if you choose to differ from what society tells you, then people think you crazy. You know what I'm saying? People think I'm crazy for calling myself a goddess. People think I'm crazy for calling you a god and not saying and not giving that title to Jesus. You get what I'm saying?
Like I get
So
what you're
yeah, like it is what it is. Like, yeah, I think society, the internet, all of that shit play a big factor in people not knowing who they are. You can wake up, you can meditate one night, then wake up the next day, go on social media, and then completely it'll change your whole mind about who you thought you was the night before. Because that's what
saying.
this shit is here for. This is what it's here for. It's here to tell you who you are. It's here to make you compete with that person, make you see that person, compete with that person. Yeah, we're
Right.
not meant to know who we are. It's like that's up to you. That's some shit you got to go within yourself and find. We got to get off the internet to go find that though.
Wow. Which is pretty crazy. And then like I used to see my grandparents. They used to say, and the older folks be like, "Y'all go outside and play." And so
Mm-hmm.
me and my cousins used to be like, "Man, what the hell did they be talking about, man?" Like,
Grown
and then
folk stuff.
as I got older, you know, used to talk to my dad stuff and my grandma and some of the
Mm-hmm.
older guys in the neighborhood that like grew up with my father and stuff like that. They was like, man, it's some stuff that children shouldn't hear, and
Mm-hmm.
these are life issues that grown people go through. So
Right.
now that you're grown, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. And so, shit, man, they just used to be kicking it about how privileged we were when I was 15.
Mm-hmm.
You
Right.
know what I mean?
Compared to
And
how
then
they grew up.
right.
Right.
But I can say that a lot of my friends, they had hard nosed dads that
Mm.
stayed on them. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But my friends that didn't have that father in the house or didn't have that hard nosed dad, you know,
Right.
they they got into a lot of extracurricular activities that
Right.
we was able to stay away from.
Yeah.
And so,
Totally.
I can say that that woman and that man is so valuable, when it comes
Totally.
to children,
Yeah.
man. And once people understand that he is strength and her is wisdom, and
Right.
how the two form one unit that
Yeah.
really
Balance.
balance. Nobody can take that away but God. So,
Exactly.
and once it's formed, it's a unit that can't be broken. So I just
Exactly.
I just need people to understand that the woman and man need each other. You know what I mean? They
Mm-hmm.
need each
I
other.
agree. I totally
One is
agree.
not one is not great without the other,
I agree.
for sure. So, but yeah, I love my community, and
Yeah, for
I
sure.
love my queen, and I love my queens, and I honor my kings. And so, I just want us to unify and become as one man. And I want you to tell me about this new single before we get out of here. Get out of here. I want to know more about that.
Oh, it's just bad bitch energy. It's about bad bitches with great energy, and bad bitches beyond your looks. I mean, looks got a lot to do with it. I ain't gonna sit here and lie because we need that. That's our currency, beauty, and wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but, it's about just empowering women. Bad bitch energy is not, a bitch in designer or a woman with, 25, 26-inch weave down her back. It's bigger than that. It's about empowerment. It's about her, she knowing who she is and she empowering her sister and being there for her sister and helping her sister and, just being there for each other, just big up in each other because women
Some
don't
real
do
boss
that.
shit. Some real
Yeah,
boss shit.
man. Yeah, real boss shit.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
that's dope. That's
yeah.
dope. So,
But it's a twerk record.
so
It's a twerk record. It's a twerk
ain't
record.
nothing wrong with it. I
I was
mean,
able to
like I
mix all of it together.
summertime, man. Summertime coming, gonna need
Yeah,
that.
man.
You
Yeah,
know,
man. I agree.
we gonna need that. So you know, gonna need it at the car shows, at the music festivals. You know, at the
Period.
at
Yeah.
the good old summertime kickbacks. You know, we gonna
Mm-hmm.
need all that.
Mm-hmm. I
So when
agree.
that video dropping,
Man, I don't know yet. I've been so busy. Like, I supposed to really shot that video like shit a month or so ago for real. But it's coming. It's
mhm.
coming. It's gonna come at the right time. I've been kind of focused on bottle action though because that kind of started taking off again by itself. So I kind of had to, you know, nurture that a little bit. But yeah, I'm
So I
about to be
mean,
focused back on BBE.
so Miss Baby, I mean, did you not think it was gonna take off again? And
I
summertime is around the
mean,
corner. It's
I
right around the corner
mean,
now.
I had other reasons for dropping that record. Like I just felt like it deserved video. It deserved a visual because I didn't feel like it got everything that it needed, at the time. Like
Uh huh.
nobody even knew who seen the record, you know. I remember
But
Kaya telling me like, people was calling her trying to book her for the record. It's had Trina, like everybody had visuals but me. So I just needed people to know who it was before these motherfuckers come out here trying to claim my song and, you know,
yeah, but
have a whole
I
nother
mean
problem, you
that's
know.
that's why I asked. I said, man, listen, this thing right here, man, is it's something serious, man. So I know for a fact that this record is going to be recirculating the whole summer. You know,
Mm,
it's going to be heavy in rotation in the club because people going to
mm,
be asking for it. You know what I mean? And so like this is how that music shit work. When you got five or six people coming up to the DJs and asking for the same record,
right.
the first hour,
Hmm.
30 minutes might skip by. Then the second hour come up, you got six or seven more asking for the same record.
Right.
Who the what the fuck? What? Like, and they
Right.
may not have it, but they immediately gonna remember it the next day. So they gonna get on the phone with the coalition. Like, listen, man, I had 30 people come and ask me about this bottle action record. You know, like, is there any DJs in the coalition that got the record? And was one got it, and you know, them coalitions got
They
five
gonna
thousand
they gonna
DJs and up.
circulate it. Yeah, 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 yeah.
It's over. So that's why I know it's gonna circulate, man. So you know, I just need every club to have their security on deck. That's all. You know, cause I want people to come and have a good time, and I don't want no extracurricular happening. But you know, but
And this is
there's
why I didn't shoot the video in a club. This is why I didn't make it a fight video. This is why I did something different because I'm not that person no more. So if this record just decides to like gain these wings all over again and just take off, I gotta feed it a different kind of energy because yeah, nah, I can't keep seeing the whole
I
bloodshed
just
thing. Like I'm
I just think you know, Ms. Behavior, that it's the second go round is gonna have a life of its own, and so whether you ready to own the life with the record, I mean, it's still gonna take off, man. Whether like whether you if you don't do any tour dates and it's spinning in the club and it's spinning in this club, but they got the EDM DJs and the techno DJs and the house DJs
mm-hmm,
remixing it overseas, you
right.
gonna have to go over there and perform it. Stop playing, man.
And
Like for
don't
real,
think
for
I
real.
ain't. Don't
Yeah,
think
for
I'm
real.
not. I'm definitely there. But like I said, I'm just
Yeah.
trying to feed it a different kind of
Yeah, I
energy
know you
though.
said
You know what I'm saying? Like,
you in a much better place
man,
than
I
you
got
was
nieces
when the
and
record came out.
nephews. Like I
Yeah,
gotta, I gotta at least try.
yeah.
Yeah.
You can't let them see auntie getting
Yeah,
all wet,
man.
going all the way out.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
You're
So,
right. You're right.
but yeah, Misbehaving. You know, I'm glad that you dropped these jewels about this
Thank you.
industry,
For
about how
sure.
people try to blackball you for your talent and use you
Hmm.
to use your talent to make money so they can be richer in their lives. So
Right.
I'm glad you dropped these jewels, and I hope somebody go back and tell him because he need to see
Oh yeah,
it.
shit. Shit. You feel me?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
need to see it. He need to see it.
It
So
is what it is. Shit.
yeah. So he need to see it. So, but For people who want to get up with you, who want to stay connected with you, where can they find
Hmm.
you at?
You can find me on IG at one Misbehaving underscore.
Mhm.
And you see how my name's spelled. I don't know if y'all can see that, but yeah. MSBHAVIN underscore one, the number one,
Mhm.
Misbehaving underscore. Yeah.
Right.
And don't
Okay.
forget the one in the underscore because like my other page is hacked. So yeah, that's the one that I'm on.
Okay. 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 Y'all heard it first.
Hmm.
So any shows coming up that we need to know about?
Yeah, I got a show in LA Sunday. MMA fight after party. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah.
And it's going down with the bottle action, right?
I'm doing a little bit of everything, man. I got like I my show is like I think my set is like 25 minutes. So shit, I got a minute. I got a lot to perform.
But you know they're gonna want you to definitely perform
Yeah,
there.
man, I'm gonna perform bottle action. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah. Okay. I
yeah.
got you, man. So man, I just want to thank you for coming on the Chatterbox,
Thank
man.
you for having me.
I hope to bring you back again, and
Yeah,
I
for
definitely be
sure.
in touch. And just keep going, keep moving and grooving. And I
Thank
look
you.
forward to see you. I look forward to seeing you on TV as well. So,
For
until the
sure.
next time, peace, blessings, and let's get it.
Thank you. To you too, brother. Stay up.
All right, peace. You too. Peace.
Bye.